we've got 16 slides which will be shown on the screen, and they will focus on the particular information with regard to the scale of the operation, as well as, you know, the effect it would be on the environment, on the business world in Kuranda, and in terms of the jobs that they're saying will be available. And there's some detailed stuff. Cathy will be doing the environmental things, and I'll be doing the economic and the job side. The KUR-World campaign, and related to that will be the set of slides. And what we plan to do is, when we've been through that, we'll have some stand around the table and share some food. So it's on this time of the day because this was the only time we could get a slot in the. That's right, isn't it, Sarah?
It was one of the few times, yes.
Yeah. Of course, you know, there's demands being for the use of this, and that's good to see. But when you want a couple of hours, you really got to be pretty astute and flexible, haven't you? Yeah. So one of the comments I'd make is what we people are trying to achieve here by giving out information and getting an idea of what the scope of the project is trying to ensure that the next generations of Kurandaites have a livable environment. And it's always a concern to see a lack of the youth, in meetings like this. That doesn't mean to say that it reflects upon the people who come, but not at all. But, it would be very appropriate for, those people who'll be most affected by it to be here and to be part of the action. Would the meeting agree with that? Yeah. So, in the absence of that, we still soldier on, don't we? Yes. We'll now move on then to the KUR-World campaign. Now, incidentally, the proponents, Riva and Ocean, actually don't say KUR as in Kuranda. It's COO-E. So it's KOE, isn't it? KUI.
KUR.
KUR, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Right, okay.
Did anybody else catch it? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
KUR-World, I think. That's how I take
So
it.
it's... And we might say, what's in a name? And this is their own material. The name KUR-World has truly international origins. In Germany, KUR, in brackets cure in English, refers to the healing qualities of a health retreat. And in China, KUR is an esteemed mythical dragon of good fortune. KUR-World, pronounced KOO-ER, is designed to attract national and international visitors looking for good health and good living in the naturally beautiful surrounds of tropical North Queensland. Well, that's a good objective, but we're here, of course, in our role as police persons, are we not? Yes. So, can we then proceed, Cathy, with our presentation?
Okay. So we're just going to have a quick look at what's being proposed, what infrastructure will be needed, how it's going to affect the environment, what about the jobs in the current township, and what credibility does the developer have that we've been able to ascertain so far. what next steps in the environmental impact statement, which is the next thing to come, so what's happening there, and then what does all of this offer the people here, us basically. So what's being proposed? If we have a look at the pieces in dark green there are actually the 12 rural blocks that were bought a couple of years ago by Mr. Ken Lee, and they constitute the old Barnwell property. On the western side it bounds on Boyle Road, and on the northern side Barnwell Road accesses it. It runs all the way through to the highway. So there's an area...
South, east and west, is it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So this is north up here.
Right.
This is Worrell Drive area. Fallon Road, Worrell Drive, the other side of Fallon Road. This is the Billabong down here, and this is Boyle Road up here. And here we've got Barnwell Road and Barnwell Road and Monaro Close up in there. Okay, so these coloured pieces here are where the development is going to take place. And we'll have a look in a minute at what those things are. They've actually marked them saying this is Serenity, so it's to do with where people live and the golf course and so forth. And down in the bottom there, it's Spirit, which is their education centre, their Rainforest Education Centre. Okay, so this is... If anyone's got any questions, maybe just maybe as we go through, just make a mental note, and because we're going to have a big discussion at the end of this. So it's broken into 3 stages. So stage 1, 2018, they expect to start, and for it to take 3 years. Approximately 2,140 people will be able to live in this area by the time they've actually finished that first stage of development. So they've got some residential lifestyle villas, 50 of them, going from 600 square metres to 2,000, so that's up to half an acre, but the majority of them are going to be down at 600, which is about, what, a seventh of an acre, something like that.
What do you mean by
Well, these are actually houses. These are actually houses that people can live in.
Not just little cabins.
Not just little cabins in the forest, no. Or little cabins out on the plains.
For living.
For living. So the lifestyle villas are actually are single bedrooms, so they can take 2 people. So for 50 villas, you'll get 100 people being able to live there. With the residential premium villas, there's 200 villas that are going to be built in the first stage, the other 123 in the second stage. They are 6-person villas. They've got 3 bedrooms. 3 bedrooms. So in the first stage, up to 1,200 people could live in those villas. So basically, going through the numbers, we end up with 2,000, around about 2,000 people. There's a 65 hectare golf course, as you can see. Just focusing on the people again, there's a Rainforest Education Centre. They're quoting 300 beds.
Would you know if they would be rentals?
Yes, it says that they would be owned and then
Private
rented.
ownership.
Private ownership and then rented back.
Right.
Some of them rented back. One presumes rented back to the resort, because you see there's a 3-star leisure and business resort there with 270 rooms. Straight away, 270 rooms. One assumes that since that it's supposed to be for families, that those may be 2-bedroom. The rooms actually for families means that you probably can sleep up to 4. So you start getting massive numbers of people being able to actually stay in this place. Okay, so any other questions? I'll move on to the next one. This is...
Were you aware of the scope of the development in terms of area and people involved?
No.
No.
We move on further to infrastructure later on, don't we?
Yes, we do.